So I will continue to enhancing the lower jaw that I have made a bit narrower, and actually I just want to match with the shape, so that's why I'm just adding the details here and there and trying to enhance it. I'm also checking with the references that I'm looking at, and you can see this is the extended volume, so it looks like more spherical. And one more thing I just noticed, that chimpanzee upper lip is more broad and more bigger than the lower jaw. So I'm going to just reduce the volume a bit. I will just push it up like this, and I think this will be a better way. Just adding the details so that it looks more prominent and more with the volume. There should be more muscles that actually give and so here and I will reduce the volume from this side. So I'm just dividing it so that actually it will be easy for us to just check the volume, and then we'll continue adjusting the back side of the jaw. And I think that should be better. I will just keep adding the more details here. Actually, I just want to define the neck area. So neck is more like human side. So you will find this main bone that actually protects the air pipe, so where you can actually breathe. And here it just narrows down to show the skull. So this will get a more more believable now space, and lot of information is not visible because of hairs across the body, but that's why we are just doing some approximation and just making it as close as we can. I'll just save this file so that we actually can access it. I prefer to save the backup, so sometimes when your Zbrush just crash, you can actually use them. Now I'm going to follow some more references to just match with the neck and lower body. So I will create the neck and then I will focus on the head only, because we want to make face and head only. So I'll do one thing, I'll just add some more volume here. So this volume gets increased like I'm just approximately adding the details. So about the back side, the shoulders, I just want to just add the shoulders so that we can actually our head looks believable, and the torso should match with the overall profile. So that's why I'm just adding some details here. I'm just checking out the references. So basically you can see the one more difference, that the the neck is not so long, so it's a very small neck, and then the main torso has started. I will see if I can find some reference. So you can see that this is the only small area of neck, and then the main body started. However, this is not a realistic example. This is a character in the movie who was more humanoid, with the ape-like behavior and the appearance. So if I can find, you can see here the shoulder starts. Here you can see that. So neck connects and then the shoulder starts. I'll do one thing, I'll just start defining the shoulders here. I think this part is more a bit upside, so let me just move it. Because this chimpanzee is sitting on very relaxing position, that's why his shoulder is quite down, but I think we can just keep it a bit. I'm making the neck a bit more broad. Let me define some more muscles here. I will not make it very muscular because the muscle will not be visible, and these creatures do not have quite prominent muscle because of hairs on the whole body. So I'm just taking an judgment, approximately adding the details wherever possible to achieve the look that we are looking for. Just like that, we just forgot that the body is divided here from this part. Because because he is a mammal, so there should be this bone, this collarbone should be there. And this is a mammal, so here the mammary gland should start. I'll just add a 1 divide I think I made this more prominent. This is looking more like human, so I'm just smudging out the muscle detail. It should just give the rough idea that how it will look like. So these bone and these collarbone should be visible only when you see the like chimpanzees on the standing position, probably, or we can actually notice when there is no hairs. I think this should be more than enough. Alright, I will do one more thing. I will just save it again to make sure that we are saving the details, and then we'll resume back to the face. Now you can see I'm just heading and working on the nose. This actually nose structure looks quite interesting to me, so I will do one thing. I will just focus on it to make like this. It just divides from here, very deep cut, and then one more wrinkle comes out, and I'm just roughly trying to imitate the flow of the wrinkles, like how this should be going on. Let me mask this area and then we'll move it a bit. I think that should be good. And here I will just we'll also add some wrinkles, so that will define actually should we make it more prominent? I think we should. Let's check with some other references also how the nose look like. Let's see. One thing I noticed that our nose is quite narrow. We can actually increase the width. So I'm doing manually. I think this should be good. I'm just roughly trying to imitate the kind of shape. One more common problem sometimes happens with that when you actually take multiple references, so nose does not look similar in all references. So pick any one reference for the nose or part and then stick with that, and then later you can adjust the look. Like here, actually I'm adding this one more wrinkle to define it. We'll add some more wrinkle, roughly define the muscle. We'll repeat this with the bottom also. Bottom should also have some kind of deformities that we may not have noticed. Now you can see we have modified our chimpanzee face from the skulls. So the reason we want it to be more visible, and we'll then adjust the skull also. This looks better to me. I will focus on the eyes more now. Now you can see these are the very strong wrinkles that's been added. So, and I think eyeballs should go more deep. So like this cavity should be more deep inside. Well, for now, okay, I'm just checking this information is also going behind. So it's all, so actually the eyebrow muscles are almost joined. So first I will just make the cavity and then we'll add the details here. If I'm correct, this should be the actual position of the eyes. Makes sense. Now I will just adjust the eyeballs also, because these eyeballs is coming way out, and I would like to, I think we can actually reduce the size also. Should that be enough? I'm asking question to myself only. Just checking with this. Let's save this. And I think this is the correct position. I'm just double checking it if I'm not missing. I think we can actually increase the distance between the eyes. Now here we go. Click on the face, we'll add more cavity. And then we'll start defining the eyelids. So we'll do one thing, we'll start we'll create the eyelids. I think I will add more details here. So right now these muscles are, I can add more muscle here, so this looks more heavy. We can see the upper eyelid is completely disappeared because behind this muscles on the eyebrow. So I will adjust later. So first let me make the eyelid and then we'll move it. Just checking the proportion, are we good? This let's adjust it a bit left, so and here this will go more upside like this. I think we are on the right direction. Now this is the moment actually we need to add some more polygons, because here the details are missing. I want to add more details. Now, there are many things we can actually do. You can actually also turn on this activate sculptress mode, or you can simply increase the resolution. I will just prefer to increase the resolution because we still have some scope to work on it. If it does not, you can increase a bit more. So I have turned off the dynamics and I am just increasing the resolution and just checking out. Here we go. So now I have increased the resolution and now actually I add the more details here. You can see now I can define the lower eyelid more prominently as well as upper eyelid. Let me just Okay, here it is. Here the wrinkles follows. Okay, we are on the right direction. I will just roughly add one more wrinkle that normally connects. So we have these kind of wrinkles here all across. Then this is the primary wrinkle that I will add. So I'm just defining the shape. I'm just defining the overall volume and muscles. I will use this. I will extend it. So as you can see, I'm just trying to add volume here. Let me first define the volume here. I will add the wrinkle later. Well and good. And then it's time to define this very prominent wrinkle. Okay, I'm just trying to check from the side view, is it too much? Is it too less? Let me just check some side profile, and I am just going to see, compare with the reference that I have got. You can see I have actually made the cheekbone very prominent at some point. So what I'll do actually, I'll just take a risk. I'm going to just see how does it look like if I reduce the volume and make the cheekbone a little less prominent. So we'll see how does it look like, and if it looks better, they'll find it. Otherwise I will just roll back. Always keep in mind that every chimpanzee also has a very unique structure. Their muscles and their flow will be quite different with any other chimpanzee. So that's need to be noticed on. So your creature should roughly match with this. You don't need to actually follow exact method. You can make your own way. So if I compare it, let me compare with this. So this is the current state, and then I actually reduced some volume. So the history panel actually takes some time, so be patient with this. It just takes some time to just show you the effect. I think file is heavy, so that's why it is taking more time. We'll stick with this, what we have created, and we will not overemphasize the cheekbone. Anyway, this area will be covered with the hairs. Let's take a BPR render. We can see that's how does it look like with the shadows. And I think we are in the right direction, so we can keep improving this chimp, and we will soon finish the sculpting, and we will move to the next step. I'm just checking one more reference here, so I just noticed that the jawline is a bit changed, so I need to move this jaw line from here to up, just like this. I think this is better. How about if I move it like quite good. I think there is a skull part. I should be adding more volume here. I'm just checking out with the real references. And when you see the chimp from the front side, there is not much of volume on the skull area on the top side, because that's the basic difference between human and the chimp, because their brain is still not that much developed, so it's a small in size, and the reason skull is also not very prominent from the top side. So I'm just checking out, just adding some irregularities. So actually it just starts from here. It just takes and okay, makes sense. Okay, so I think here we have just defined the basic shapes of the chimpanzee, and we have just finalized the forms and proportion of the creature. Now we are going to finalize the details. So I'll see you in the next video. Till the time, bye bye.